So when John Cena does Make-A-Wishes, he goes and sees a sick kid that's making a wish that wants to see John Cena in case the kid dies. It's his last wish. You are going up to sick kids and saying make a wish and trying to make him submit.
What do you mean?
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's on your mark with Mark E. Extreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather around your listening device and you should listen right now because I'm talking, and soon so's the champ. It's On Your Mark Pro Wrestling Podcast. That's a podcast for you, and it's for me, and it's for everybody. It's even for pets. We've done some tests, and birds really love this show. I'm Skeeter Skyflyer, and with me is I'd like to think he's my cockatoo. He's a little birdie. I give him crackers. Marky Extreme.
First of all, I don't put me and you and cock or two in the same sentence. And second of all, fuck birds. They fucking terrify me, man. Fucking talking birds, especially. If a fucking bird starts talking to me, I swear I'm fighting. I'm gonna punch that motherfucker because, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark. Extreme 15 plus year undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner. And on top of all that, sexy ass, smooth ass, funky ass shit. I am the host of On Your Mark, the #1 wrestling YouTube channel there ever has been, giving you the best wrestling content for years. And we thought, you know what the hell? Why not go and take over another field of goddamn entertainment? And that's why every Wednesday via Dragon Wagon Radio, you're getting the On Your Mark Wrestling Podcast, the #1 wrestling podcast, giving you deep dives and perspectives that you've never gotten before. No longer do you need to listen to Conrad Thompson or Bruce Pritchard or Eric Bischoff. No, there ain't nobody that gives a perspective like me, the 15 plus year undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion, Mark E. Extreme.
That's my favorite perspective. That's why I do this show, that I get to hear it all the time. I love it. Can I address something real quick before we get into our topic of Lacey Evans today?
Yeah, but you can send mail on your own time.
Oh, okay. But can I also talk to you about something?
Yeah, whatever.
You scared of birds too?
It's talking birds mainly. Like, if a fucking bird starts talking to me, fuck that shit, man. That is, you can't look at me in my goddamn square eyes and tell me that isn't terrifying.
Is that why you won't watch the movie Aladdin with me?
Partially.
Because of Iago?
Yeah, partially it is. Also, I think cartoons are a tool of the devil. How the fuck is that possible?
You just draw it.
What do you mean?
You draw the cartoons. You just draw them a bunch, and then you talk over them, and then boom, you got cartoons.
Do you think so? Oh, okay. So I could just be a cartoon. It's not some goddamn magician making it happen?
I don't think so.
Well, we're going to need to do some research. Let's get into the business.
We're talking about Lacey Evans today, everybody. Are you excited, Marky Extreme?
Can I be frank?
That might be confusing. Do I get to still be Skeeter?
No, it's a figure of speech. Can I be transparent here?
Oh, I mean, that's the whole thing. I guess do we have to raise money for Operation?
Possibly. Anyways, I have mixed feelings about Lacey Evans.
Why?
Okay, clearly, god dang hot as hell. And no, undeniably, them smackers and them fucking pancakes and then fucking grits. baby girl, put that on. I got a full plate of breakfast, if you know what I'm saying.
What? No, I don't know what you're saying. What are?
And then on the other side of the coin, she could fucking break me.
Yeah, she could.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah. So that type of woman, like it's the same thing as I got feeling, and it may be why I'm so goddamn into someone like a Nia Jax, because hot as hell, undeniable, them smackers, them pancakes, them grits, full continental breakfast.
What are those things?
You want me to draw you a picture?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, finally, speaking my language.
Let me go through all my papers and business documents and taxes. Okay, I'm gonna draw.
Why do all those say final notice?
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Don't say that. Okay, a quick picture. Here we go. Okay, look, that's the pancakes and the smackers.
That looks like your pecker.
Well, it's all from the same fucking God-given blessings. But yes, it's so speaking about Lacey Evans, you know what? I am part of me is very excited about this episode to dive into Lacey Evans and hot as hell. But then there's another part of me that, just the mental picture of her, breaking my pecker right off, snapping that stick in half, is terrifying to me. But that's also why probably I'm, weirdly into it.
Well, it excites me. And before we get into Lacey Evans, we got a little business to take care of. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/OIM show. You can go there. You can get these episodes early. You can get the question mark lives in case you missed it when it was live happening on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also get exclusive t-shirts as well as a Patreon Extreme shout out. Isn't that right, Marky Extreme?
Hell yeah. It's one of the amazingly exclusive perks, to add to the list of being a skid mark over on our Patreon. And, you guys are the people that are making this all possible. And the shout outs this week are as follows: Lame Brain, Flocka171AC, Dylan Hinton, Tim Redbeard, Spot the Magic Ninja, Liam McLee, Rick Conley, Tom, Hillbilly Bryn, Angela Elias, Mr. Blix, and Miguel Diaz. Yeah, those are the people that keep the food over the backyard and the backyard and the roof over the backyard and the food on the table for I body slam bitches through it. And also, Skeeter, I don't know if you mentioned, but another exclusive perk that is a nightmare for me, but you're really into it, is the extreme watch-alongs happening on our Patreon page. Did you mention that?
I didn't, but I love those.
Yeah, I hate them. Getting more time that I have to spend with you is just a nightmare. A more second to my added daily nightmare. But yeah, that is just one of the another exclusive perks you get as part of being a skid mark on our Patreon. Patreon.com/OIM show.
And thank you to the network that hosts this show, Dragon Wagon Radio, that wants it to be uncensored, unlike YouTube and all the other platforms in which they host this show. So you can get this show uncensored. And thanks, Dragon Wagon Radio, that also hosts many other great podcasts, like the
only one that matters is the On Your Mark Wrestling podcast.
Yeah, you keep telling me I shouldn't listen to those other shows because they're like nerd friendly stuff, and you say that's dumb.
Nerd titty fart bullshit, and you don't give money to our competition.
Lacey Evans was born Macy Evans on March 24th 1990 in Georgia. And according to ESPN, Evans was raised in a home torn by depression and drug and alcohol abuse and had to live in tents at times while growing up due to her parents' legal problems. Her father, who entertained thoughts of becoming a wrestler but never acted on them, died of a drug overdose before she got her WWE tryout. Wow, that's like the opposite of your life, Marky Extreme.
How so?
Because her dad never became a wrestler, but he thought about it. But your life, your dad is a wrestler, but you never knew him, and he had relations with your mom, and then he left you and never knew you.
Cool. Thanks for reminding me.
And you never got a WWE tryout.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I appreciate that.
Although
Oh
you
man, this
sometimes sleep
episode
in a
is
tent.
riveting.
You sometimes sleep in a tent. So I guess that you both have that.
Yeah, because I was a Boy Scout, and I like to stay connected to my roots. What gives? Who cares?
I think everybody
I like to
cares.
fuck in a tent once in a while.
What?
I like to fuck in a tent once in a while.
When you're a Boy Scout?
I probably legally shouldn't talk about anything anymore.
Well, that's going to be trouble for this podcast.
No, I meant on that subject.
Oh, tents?
No, God. Stop the recording. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Skeeter, I was involved in a Boy Scouts. I got all the way to Weeblo, and I was doing very good. And there's some things that happened that I can't really talk about, and I don't want to talk about, and legally shouldn't talk about. But it's been over 20 years, so maybe I can't talk about it. Bad things happen. I was a Weeblo.
Who'd you blow?
Huh?
Who'd you blow?
No, it was Weeblo.
We blowed who?
No, I was a Weeblo Scout.
Yeah, but who'd you blow?
I was a Weeblo Scout. Like Cub Scouts, goddamn Eagle Scouts. Weeblo.
Weeblo, like a little person? Like a Weeblo?
No, you goddamn idiot. There's different tiers for different fears, and there's different tiers of being a Boy Scout, and it was a Weeblo was one of the tiers.
Below Andre the Giant?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're never going to understand this. I don't know why I'm even like, start the recording again. We got to get back to the show. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3. Okay. So if you're wondering what Boy Scouts is, they all blow.
Just
I
stop.
guess. I'm making a smooth transition.
That is not smooth. That's like crunchy peanut butter on top of a gravel pancake. It is the most unsmooth shit that you could imagine.
Now, where is the pancake on Lacey Evans and Nia Jax? You talked about it.
I showed you the picture. I can't explain it any further. I'll send you some links.
Okay. Evans is a veteran of the United States Marines, serving as a military police officer with the Special Reaction Team. Marky Extreme, what is the Marines Special Reaction Team?
I believe it's a part of YouTube where they watch things and they instantly react.
Oh, you should get in on that.
Yeah. If the money's good, I'm all about making the green.
She enlisted at age 19 and served for 5 years, earning a bachelor's degree and starting a construction business while on active duty. She was introduced to professional wrestling while in the Marines through a staff sergeant who promoted independent shows on the side. And on the second show, which she attended, the staff sergeant booked her to wrestle him. Is that sexual grab-assment, Marky Extreme?
What? No.
Is that sexual grab-assment?
No, I mean, fucking come on, Skeeter. If Nia Jax or fucking Lita or Mickey James were in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, for professional purposes, I would definitely book mini programs with these talented female athletes.
Would you pay them?
Well, I would have that discussion before they, sign the contracts, but you know how contracts work in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment as far as where the money goes.
You don't let me see him.
Yeah, well, it'd be like, what good would it do to show you like a business contract?
I don't know.
You only read picture books. What the fuck?
Can you make a picture book of our contracts?
Sure thing, Skeeter. And next thing I'll do, I'll make you some fucking cookies. And then you know what? We can go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Are you for real? We get to go to Chuck E. Cheese?
No, I'm fucking joking. Chill out. Jesus Christ. You get excited and it scares me.
What's wrong with being excited?
There's nothing wrong with being excited. But you getting excited is a whole nother thing. I'm afraid you're going to break your room again. Last week, you spin a Rooney and broke everything.
Well, I'm
not paying for that shit anyway either.
Oh, a cat concussion is really expensive. I could use help on the medical bills.
That's on you. I always tell all our talent, you get hurt, that's on you.
Yeah, that's
true. In the contract.
I wish I could see it.
Fucking not my problem.
Evans trained under Tom Kazizo at the American Premier Wrestling Training Facility in Statesboro, Georgia. Have you ever heard of that place, Marky Extreme?
I'm familiar with them, yeah, but I wouldn't suggest anybody, going to them or, really anywhere else other than the Backyard Wrestling Academy.
Well, they sound pretty top notch because they got the American and Premier in the title.
I think I know what a top-notch wrestling academy looks like, Skeeter. I mean, look at what we have for our students every day in classes, You're there.
Yeah, I'm there. Yoko Zubaz is there. Well, Junkyard Frog used to be there, but he's dead.
And isn't it the best conditions? Isn't it the best education?
Get a lot of sunlight. That's real nice. It doesn't look like you get that at the Performance Center.
You get the vitamin D from the E.
She made her debut for the promotion in 2014, later winning the company's World Heavyweight Championship. That's pretty great right there, Marky Extreme. She won the world title. That's not just for men's.
Cool. What do you want me? I mean, you're talking to somebody who has the Backyard Wrestling Entertainment Undisputed Championship for 15 plus years. It's like going up to Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan and saying, "Hey, I won a little kiddie league trophy for basketball." He's going to be like, "Great, kid, whatever." Same thing.
Yeah, but doesn't this open up your mind to the idea of maybe women could be fighting you for your World Heavyweight Championship?
No, if anything, Skeeter, no, it does not. But if anything, it does open my mind to we have been, considering a women's division in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, something that, you've been trying to get happening for years. But, I'm still considering it. If anything, it makes me consider that more than anything.
Oh, so this might happen?
Might, maybe, possibly.
Is it still going to have a mud pit?
Yeah, of course. Bra and panties, yeah. I mean, these are, yes.
On April 12, 2016, Macy Evans signed a WWE contract. She made her wrestling debut at a house show on October 20th in a battle royal, which was ultimately won by Ember Moon. And then 3 months later, in her first appearance on NXT, Evans teamed with Sarah Bridges in a tag team match that they lost to the Iconics. And in 2017, she was given the ring name Lacey Evans, which is her sister's maiden name. She was mostly used as a jobber to various competitors. Marky Extreme, what would you do if you were signed to NXT and Triple H told you that you had to job to women wrestlers in NXT?
I would laugh in his face, and it would be in this sequential order. I would laugh. I would middle finger Triple H in the face. I would spit in his face. I would then pull his pants down and point at his pecker and make everyone look at how small his pecker is. And then I would then degrade his manhood to the point that Stephanie would leave him and marry me. And then I would take the throne of the king of WWE, the king of kings. Behold, the King of Kings. All right. Probably what would happen.
You like that song?
What?
Yeah, I like that song.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but wouldn't you still be under contract and you still have to job to ladies, though?
No. I mean, I'm a very special case-by-case basis. Like Brock Lesnar. He's a special attraction. I'm on that kind of level. I'm a special attraction in this business. And Skeeter, this is a perfect segue. If you want to be a special attraction wherever you go, then you've got to get one of the On Your Mark Pro Wrestling Tees one of the On Your Mark shirts from our Pro Wrestling Tee store. Skier, tell the fine listeners a little bit about the shirts that are available now at our On Your Mark Pro Wrestling Tee store.
Uh-oh, Marky Extreme, it's wintertime and it's cold outside. That means you can't just go walk around topless anymore. Your nipples are gonna get frozen and they're gonna fall off, and those are like icicles and they might kill somebody. So you're gonna need a shirt to keep you warm and to keep your nipples from causing a murder. So you go to ProWrestlingTees.com/OIM show, and there's all kinds of new great shirts available, like Backyard Bros and Marky Extremes. I take this business super seriously, and I got a shirt, which Marky Extremes says don't buy it. And make him say, eee. There's that shirt too with Marky Extreme and alligators, or are they crocodiles? Which are they?
Gators.
It's so good. There's so many shirts, so you won't freeze and your nipples won't kill anybody. So buy a shirt today.
You can still be topless in Florida, but then after you put one of our On Your Mark T-shirts on.
In July, Evans participated in the inaugural Mae Young Classic, defeating Tainara Conti in the first round, but losing to Toni Storm in the second round. Marky Extreme, why didn't Lacey Evans win the Mae Young Classic?
It might not have been her time yet. It's all, you wouldn't understand this, but, in this business, there's, creative game plans for people. And I think that, they may have had a different, creative game plan for her at the time. It's nothing more complex or detailed than that. It's like when anybody comes to me and they're like, hey, I got this great idea, that maybe we could take, you could lose Marky and we could build a new star. And I said, creatively, that doesn't work for me, brother. And we just have to go in another direction.
So you said Lacey Evans didn't win the Mae Young Classic because it wasn't her time. So yeah. Could there have been another time of the month that Lacey Evans could have won that?
Some may say that the women's time of the month, makes them superhuman, makes them a little bit stronger, a little bit meaner, maybe more aggressive. They cannot compete in first blood matches in that time of the month, but they do become extra powerful athletes. So maybe if she would have done that when she was on her period, she might her period. I'm not drawing a picture of that, so don't even fucking try. But if maybe she would have competed in the Mae Young Classic, on her period, she might have won it.
I think they should just cycle them through and get these ladies on a different cycle.
Yeah.
So that way they can win when it's their time of the month.
Yeah, I think that women, it's all getting women in on a cycle, to figure out the best time of the month for them is not a bad idea.
You're not saying it right either, just so you know. Monty Brown.
Oh, don't fucking tell me what I'm saying right, motherfucker.
Monty Brown doesn't say it that way. He goes, pounce, period. That's how he says it.
This is two different things. Monty Brown's period is a whole nother beast.
On the January 17, 2018 episode of NXT, Evans established herself as a heel as she complained to NXT General Manager William Regal for allowing the lowest forms of societal trash like Nikki Cross, Ember Moon, and Kairi Sane to compete in the women's division. What is societal trash?
Do you have a mirror?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
You looking? Want to tell me when you're looking?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
That's societal trash.
The mirror is?
No, you. The scum of the earth, the fucking test tube babies, the dummies, everybody opposite from me.
I'm societal trash?
Yeah, god dang right. Absolutely.
What makes you not societal trash, but what makes me societal trash?
Look, you've seen me naked. I know you have. Because yep. And I'm not happy how you do it. Take the cameras out of my house. but that's what makes me the opposite societal trash, which leads me to my new segment that I'm excited to do this week.
Wait, what?
It's a new segment I'm excited to do this week.
Wait, that doesn't happen on any of the Conrad Thompson shows. Eric
Mark,
Bischoff, Bruce
it's a
Pritchard,
time of
nobody does it.
It's the time of the week where Mark reads emails from the fans. Okay, and here we have an email from, this is from Trish S. from Canada. Trish S. from Canada. Huh. Oh, man. Hey, Mark E. My name is Trish S. Trish from Canada. I used to be a female wrestler, and now I'm in the fitness world. I got some big old pancakes, and I want to bang you. Okay, Trish S. from Canada. I wonder who that could be, but okay.
It's Trish. Her name's Trish S. I don't know why you wouldn't know who she is, because you just read.
I don't know. I just got this random email. This is a random email to our email, and then I just wanted to read this email from a fan. Thank you so much for the support, Trish S. from Canada. I'm excited about a possibility of our banging.
You got a girlfriend? You're gonna burn.
Well, but the rockstar life, Skeeter. I can't be responsible for my actions. Tammy understands, or if she doesn't, then I'll find a new Tammy.
What? I don't understand. What does your rockstar spud life have to do with this?
No, my rockstar life, like down in a blaze of glory, or god dang, fucking pour some smoker on me, fucking god dang. I live the life like our '80s rock star, and I'm not responsible for my actions, and it's because this life is really tough.
Okay, well, I guess let's get that email address out there in case you want to have relations with Marquis Extreme and have him burn an eternal hell flame for cheating on his girlfriend.
Yeah, email us. I'll read it. I'll read them on the air.
Yeah, go ahead. Say the email address then.
It's onyourmarkshow@gmail.com.
There you go. If you want to have relations with Marquis Extreme and send him an eternal hellfire, I guess that's what you can do. Is this going to be segment now?
I don't know.
I don't want you to burn. I want to save you.
Yeah, I don't need you to save me.
Okay.
Save myself.
From
okay, get back to the show.
In April, Evans was placed in her first feud with Kairi Sane as the two exchanged victories and attacked each other throughout the next few weeks. Eventually, Evans lost to Sane on the June 6th episode of NXT to end their feud, and throughout the rest of the year, Evans started a winning streak, defeating Kota Kai, Candice LeRae, and in December, she competed in a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Championship. But Bianca Belair won that match. Pretty exciting stuff, huh, Marquis Extreme?
Riveting.
On the December 17th, 2008 episode of Raw, Evans was advertised as one of the 6 NXT wrestlers about to move to the main roster, along with Heavy Machinery, Nikki Cross, Lars Sullivan, and EC3. And the only person of this group that is no longer with WWE is EC3. Marquis Extreme, does this finally prove to you that Otis is way better than EC3?
That's like comparing fucking Twinkies to fucking celery. Come on. Like, I mean,
well, you fill them both, so
I don't do anything like that to either. Regardless, it's a very hard thing to compare, and I won't do it. But I think that it's hard. It's also hard for me because EC3 is a friend of mine, and regardless of how weird he's gotten and fucking this weird slippery sloppily slope that he's taken. It's a hard. I'm not going to answer that question.
So Otis is better.
No, Otis is better than nobody. It's an embarrassment that he's been given a contract.
Yeah, and even the Money in Bank contract. So he's pretty good.
I don't know if you piss me off.
You want to go to the vault for EC3?
Yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for us to slip down another slippery slope and back into the vault, back in time, where I had a conversation with the man himself, EC3.
From the vault.
Can you get me on the gut?
Do we have to? You have like 20 more questions.
I know.
We don't need to wrap it. I have nothing to do today besides talk to you.
Okay, great. Let's do them, every one of them. Should mullets get back in wrestling?
No.
Can you get me on the gut check British boot camp?
No.
Okay. Knocking them out here like a... Okay. Does that weird musician still work here at Impact Wrestling?
Yes.
I didn't even finish the question.
Dale Oliver?
No, Jeff Jarrett, the one that pretends he plays...
Well, there you have it, Skeeter. Just another case in point of me hanging out with one of the boys, and they went on, and I gave them a rub, and they went on, and they do great things.
Lacey Evans made her official main roster debut at the Royal Rumble on January 27th. She entered the Royal Rumble match at number 1 and lasted over 29 minutes, eliminating the Iconics, but was eliminated by Charlotte Flair. And after that, Evans repeatedly appeared on Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views to interrupt various segments and matches by walking out on the stage, waving to the crowd, and leaving. Do you remember that? I was real big into that because I tried to wave back at her, and I thought she was waving at me during the TV.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I bet you also think that when Blue's Clues is happening, that he's talking to you.
Yeah, because he's on my TV.
Oh, my God.
When you're out doing the shows at Backyard Wrestling Entertainment and I'm working the monitor, you're yelling at me. You say my name and you yell at me to hit the music. And
That's a different. That's a different thing.
That's a TV, though.
Oh, my God. You are. I'm really worried about you and how I don't know how you survive this world.
I eat candy.
Why didn't they take you?
Who? WWE?
No, why didn't they've taken so many of the good ones? Why didn't they take you?
WCW?
You don't understand. Anyways, speaking of WCW, do you see that they're bringing back WCW?
For real?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. WCW _ 2021 coming back. I'm stoked. And, I think everybody listening should tweet WCW and tell them to book me versus fucking Kiwi. You want some money? There's some money.
This is so great. You might get to go to the power plant.
I know. One can dream, right? One can dream. And, Skeeter, leads me perfectly into my next segue. My Uncle John, I'm being forced to advertise this because he is family and, but he's starting a side business, Uncle John's Dream Analysis. And recently on our Question Mark live show that happens every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch, Uncle John actually analyzed one of your dreams. Do you want to tell the listeners about that?
Yeah. Okay. So I was dreaming, and so I wasn't awake. I was asleep, and I was dreaming about Marky Extreme. And he's hovering over me, and every time he opened his mouth and breathed, rainbows came out of his mouth and poured all over me. And then he was hovering above and then tried to grab me and take me away. And I got so excited from this dream, I woke up all wet because I woke up in a panic and I knocked over. I had all these beverages there. I had a bunch of Dr. Peppers and stuff, and I knocked them all over. And I was soaking wet because I got so excited from Marky Extreme in my dream.
You don't know what you're saying, but yes. So if you have a dream that you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Well, my Uncle John is now offering Uncle John's Dream Analysis service, but don't take it from us. Take it from Uncle John himself of why you should acquire his Uncle John Dream Analysis service.
Do you dream about eating a jellyfish? I wonder what that means. Probably, I know. Introducing Uncle John Dream Interpretation Services. Let me look at your dreams. I'm going to figure it out.
Well, there you have it. You got a dream that needs explaining. You got a dream that needs understanding. Ask my Uncle John.
Shortly after WrestleMania 35, Lacey Evans was drafted to the Raw brand as part of the 2019 WWE Superstar Shakeup and placed in her first feud on the main roster and against the champion of Raw and SmackDown, Becky Lynch. This led to a title match between the two for the Raw Women's title at Money in the Bank, where Evans lost via submission. And then Evans helped Charlotte Flair win the SmackDown Championship from Lynch when she hit her with the women's right. And then throughout mid-2019, they still feuded, and that stomping ground, she lost again to Lynch, and in the main event was Baron Corbin's choice for a special referee for the Universal Championship, but Rollins still won that match, and Rollins and Becky Lynch were a couple together, and then they fought each other in a last chance winner takes all mixed tag team match at Extreme Rules, and then she lost again. Mark Extreme, what did Lacey Evans do wrong here?
What do you mean?
Well, she keeps getting close to the big one, but she can't get her hands on the big one.
But she's reaching for the wrong big one.
What big one should she be reaching for?
I gotta.
What's happening?
Right?
You sound like that rabid raccoon that is out in the trash cans.
Well, sometimes you're thinking about things like Lacey Evans and Nia Jax or Trish S from Canada makes me sometimes turns me into a rabid raccoon.
Lacey Evans' finishing move is the women's right. Why does she call it that?
Because she women there's not enough women left.
So why didn't she call it the women's left?
Because there's not enough women left.
So that's why she called it the women's right?
Yep. Yep.
So how can we get more women?
Sex, babies, human production. That's out of my jurisdiction.
But I think Tammy's going to be upset. But I'd be willing to.
I'm not saying all the women are going to come from me. Some will,
Yeah, but I thought you were saying that we should do that. That
no,
you and I.
What? Oh God, no! Fuck off! Fuck you! Oh,
yeah, that's
God.
what I thought you were talking about. That I'd be willing to if we can make more women.
Some mental images, give me erections. Some give me negative erections. And this mental image sucked it in my body. And I don't know if it's ever going to come out again.
Well, we got to make more women. So let's make it happen.
Well, tell me something that's going to give me erections.
I love you.
Oh, it's deeper.
My love? Every day.
Give me a fucking spoon. I got to pull this thing out.
Is this part of
Tell
the
me something
ritual?
that's going to give me erections.
Nia Jax.
Okay.
Press slamming you.
Okay.
In front of a sold out crowd.
It's the right direction. Keep it coming.
And she's holding you by your wiener and your face.
Okay. Yeah.
And your mom and Ted are in the front row.
Okay. No, losing it again. God dang it. Fuck it. I'll figure this out myself.
I'm there too.
I'm pulling up some stuff on Google. So just fucking keep going on with the show.
On October 11th, Evans was drafted to SmackDown as part of the 2019 WWE Draft. And at the Crown Jewel event, Evans and Natalya became the first female wrestlers to wrestle in Saudi Arabia, where Evans lost. What happened?
Sorry, I'm back.
The two women embraced afterwards, breaking kayfabe to absorb their historical moment. What moment means more to you, Marky Extreme? The infamous curtain call in Madison Square Garden, or this embrace between Natalya and Lacey Evans in Saudi Arabia?
No offense to what these girls did in Saudi Arabia. The embrace and breaking kayfabe and the real deeper meaning behind it, or what it meant for the Saudi Arabia and the women's division in their country. But it's like apples to pears. You can't even fucking compare. Like, the click, baby. This like then they fucking they just split off and one of the NWO4 Live and suck it. You think you can tell us what to do? I don't think so. Break it down, and you got the video with the fucking girl dancing on the fucking cage and shit. God dang, fucking suck it. And the girl, that was the better times. So I can't. It's like compares to oranges.
Toe ride.
Fuck you, man. Stop. At this point, you're doing it to fuck with me.
No, it's like a toast. It's like a toast when you make bread and then you go, let's have a toast. And
that
then
is not. Why can't you just say the real thing, you dumbass?
Toast?
No, like roll tide.
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh, fuck. Fair point.
That's Comrade Thompson talking about laundry detergent and rolling it on the ground. A Tide Pod doesn't roll. It just flops.
You're right. Fair point. But the thing is, neither of them make sense. And it just, things that don't make sense piss me off because I take everything so seriously.
But toll ride makes sense. You gotta pay your road dues and the toll.
No, it doesn't make sense.
You ride the towns and you gotta pay all your tolls.
And my fingers are starting to hurt from blocking people.
You're not gonna block me, are you?
I might have to.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm not on social media then, huh? That's pretty good. You should do impressions of me on shows.
Yeah, I'm Skeeter Scottar. I want to be a real wrestler boy. But you know what? I'm never going to be because I'm a test tube baby. And, I was made in a lab. And then, I'm fucking going to...
It's all true.
Rosemary.
She's pretty. Okay. Now we're at my favorite thing that Lacey Evans has ever done in her professional wrestling career. It's when she fought her daughter's monster appetite. Lacey Evans starred in a Foster Farms corn dog commercial where she fights her daughter over corn dogs. It's so fun. It reminds me of you, Marky Extreme, when you and your mom fight over corn dogs. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I think it's a great work of art. I think that, if I'd be very surprised if it doesn't steal the show at a Sundance or a fucking South by Southwest and, film festivals, because it is a very, and I think that you shouldn't laugh at it. There are some pieces of art and that are film. There are some films that are art and, and I appreciate the comparison, that you're comparing it to my mom. And when I fight with my mom for dinner, for food, because, I work so hard for everything I got. And the fact that every bit of food on the table before I buy slam bitches through it is appreciated in my house. So cool. Thank you. I don't take that as a weird, anything weird or confusing.
I think it's pretty funny.
Well, I take offense to that. So fuck you. You are blocked.
What?
Yep. You're blocked. You're fired. You're canceled.
Can you hear me? Mark Extreme, can you hear me? I want to get unblocked. Mark, can you hear me?
Skeeter, if you're out there, just continue the show because I got to take a shit.
Okay. Mark Extreme, I'm going to continue the show just in case you can't hear me because you blocked me.
I don't know if Skeeter's talking, but I bet he's saying dumb shit.
Oh, dang it. I love him so much. I hope he hears me. Lacey Evans went on to compete in the first ever 15 women elimination tag team match representing SmackDown at the pay-per-view event Survivor Series. And it was first time ever NXT Women's Locker Room would also compete in the match. And Evans was in the match and she did real well, but then got eliminated. Marky Ship, can you hear any of this?
Yes, I can. Stop. Okay, fuck it. Yes, I can hear you. Jesus.
Oh, thank you for unblocking me. Team NXT ultimately won the match, and then the next night on SmackDown, Evans took exception to Sasha Banks and Bayley insulting the SmackDown roster, and then got real mad and hit Banks with the women's right and left the ring, and then she turned into a babyface. And then at the Royal Rumble, Evans unsuccessfully challenged Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. Marky Extreme, it is said that you learn more from your losses than your wins. Is that true?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I'm undefeated. So, maybe here's the truth is, a lot of people say that, yeah, you learn for you learn for your losses. But the thing is being somebody that's never lost or failed, and I'm already this fucking card from granite, God-given specimen to the wrestling industry. I don't think if I was to get better, I don't think that, I don't think there's a wrestling world big enough for what I would become.
WWE's pretty big.
I don't even think that even WWE.
AEW's pretty big.
Not okay. Stop. I don't think there's anything that could handle me at that point.
They don't even have a roof at the
Daily's
Daily's place.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's like fucking Thanos when he gets all those rocks and he fucking becomes that. I've seen clips of this. I don't have to watch the movie.
You watch the Avengers?
I saw a clip. Somebody sent me clips. I ain't watching the whole dang thing. It's ridiculously too long. Anyways, I've heard, it's similar to what I've heard about Thanos. He gets all these powers and becomes a superhuman, indestructible being. And, and that's probably what
Infinity Bones.
Okay, so he gets all the Infinity Bones, and then he, like me, I would get all of these bones, and then I would, become this indestructible machine beast that the wrestling industry couldn't handle it, and there's probably a reason why I'm undefeated. It's because if I got any better through losses, the world isn't ready for something like that.
Well, the reason you're also undefeated is because you book all the matches.
That is not entirely true.
Who else books them?
It's not about who books them. I book the matches, but there's a lot of factors that go into it. Business decisions. I'm thinking about merchandising, kids, and, I can't just lose this belt because I'm, so much money is made from me holding the belt, and I do all the Make-A-Wish things, and, I'm doing all these things for kids that if I was to just lose, what would that do to all the kids?
I've been reading about Make-A-Wish, and I don't think you're doing it right.
What do you mean?
Because, okay, so when John Cena does Make-A-Wishes, he goes and sees a sick kid that's making a wish that wants to see John Cena in case the kid dies. It's his last wish. You are going up to sick kids and saying make a wish and trying to make him submit. So it's basically you're like, make a wish, and they're like, I wish you didn't break my arm, and they're like, okay, there you go, kid. That is totally different.
Hey, a wish granted to one kid is like a dog in the bush to another. You can't. It's like, what are you gonna say? Like, oh, every kid appreciates any wish granted. Doesn't matter how big or small. I'm granting wishes. I'm doing good things because you know what? I'm a good person and I care about kids. And, I walk into hospitals without permission sometimes. Find any kid I see. And I do that because, I got to give back. These kids need smiles and happiness in their life. And if it's going to be anybody, it should be me. It should be E.
At WrestleMania 36, Evans was part of a 5-way elimination match for the SmackDown Women's Championship, but Evan lost the match after being pinned by Bayley with the interference from Sasha Banks. And on April 24th, 2020 episode of SmackDown, Evans competed and got into the Money in the Bank match via a qualifying match and then fought in perhaps the best Money in the Bank match ever in WWE headquarters. Marky Extreme, have you ever been to the WWE headquarters?
I have tried. I've not been. I don't last. The one time that I went, I didn't last that long inside, and maybe it's because they're like, oh man, here he comes, get the fuck out is what they said. I know they're ripping, but I think the deeper purpose is
F out. Just get the F out.
Yeah, whatever. But they, it's because they probably saw me and they're like, oh, we can't afford you right now. We'll go bankrupt if we have to hire you. So that's probably why they threw me out the one time I went to Stanford.
That makes sense. As part of the 2020 draft in October, Evans was drafted to the Raw brand, but Lacey Evans has yet to win any championship gold in WWE. Marky Extreme, in closing, what advice would you give to Lacey Evans to help her win her first title in WWE?
I think, that you got to start, taking more risks, take a page out of Marky's book. I go out there and I win because I'm the best, and I take risks and I do extreme things. And I take this business very seriously, and I think that maybe she's not taking it seriously enough, and she could be working harder. And, those are all the reasons I win every match I do. You know what I mean, Skeeter?
Well, yeah, that, and you book the matches.
Oh, fucking semantics. But fucking, I think she should just, take more, of advice from me. And, also, if she wants to leave her happy family that she has and, start one with me, I probably, we could probably become a power couple in wrestling.
Ugh, I guess she has to email you then in order to make that happen.
Yeah, well, if Trish S from Canada it doesn't stop emailing me.
You just read one email, so I think she did.
No, there's more. She won't stop emailing me, Skeeter. It's crazy.
Can you show me the screen? Can I see these emails?
I deleted them.
Oh. All right, well, that covers our episode on Lacey Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been super fun. If you had a fun, good time, you rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. That lets people know about the show and helps it helps climb the ladder like AEW. Like when people get all the wins, they climb up that, and then they become number one contender. And then we're number one contender in all the podcasts. So that's super exciting, right, Marky Extreme?
Yeah.
And then we also do t-shirt giveaways when you do a rate and review on there. So if you give us 5 stars and write some words, you could win a t-shirt coming up soon. And then Dragon Wagon Radio, we got to thank them. And they got so many great podcasts on this network. You can check out to HELL with this.
Say it, bitch. Say it or you're blocked.
I'm quoting, because it's the name of a show, to heal with this.
You're blocked.
Oh no, Marky Extreme, I'm doing the closeout of the show. Marky Extreme, I hope you can hear me because I'm wrapping it up. So that's the show on Dragon Wagon. I'm Skeeter Scottflyer.
I hope Skeeter's still out there. I hope he knows he's a bitch.
Oh no, Marky Extreme can hear me. Marky Extreme, this is the end of the show. Do you have any final words?
Well, I'm assuming that Skeeter's probably asking me if this is the end of the show, and the things I would say is, yeah, Skeeter's a little bitch, and Trish S, I can't wait to bang, and I can't lose because I can't get better.
Marky Extreme, I heard all of what you said, and I hope you can hear me. I love you, and I hope you unblock me so we can make more episodes, because we got to make more episodes.
I wish Skeeter could hear this. I hate him.
All right, bye everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Dragon